I looked it up. I was like, how did King Jeong respond to
The negative?
Yeah. This is a quote from him. He says, if you look at my body of work, that's actually the only since The Hangover. You've never seen me do a character with an accent. Jeong said his character in Crazy Rich Asians only pretends to speak with an accent. It was me doing a meta joke on a trope. Even from the first movie, if you shattered that stereotype by just playing it so hard that there's not an actual trope or stereotype of Asian men jumping out of trunks naked and beating Bradley Cooper on the back or beating up 3 white men. So you're really just playing it so hard that you're actually puncturing the stereotype and playing it with such irony. I think that over time that people have understood that. I understand what he's trying to say because, you know, like, Asian is supposed to be very passive, so he kind of played Leslie Chow's character was very loud, very in your face, aggressive. Kind of crazy. But again, the problem is no one really knows that you're trying to break this, that you're trying to break the stereotype. What you're presenting to him is the actual person, because he forgets that no one has any other exposure to anything else. You see what I'm saying? So
it's definitely, I mean, like, this is why people still talk about him and still talk about this movie, over 10 years later. To me, it's a really tough positive negative. Like, the only positive in a way is, like, I'm happy for him. Like, I'm happy that he was able to break out and have this big role. But overall, it is negative to the whole Asian community. I understand his response a little bit. Yeah, like, he overplayed that negative stereotype so much,
hoping people would think, wait, there's no way they're like this. But I really think it went the opposite way. They're like, it just only reinforced what they already had thought of Asians.
It's almost like, imagine if, like, you were saying, like, people say the yellow pearl and the Fu Manchu and all those, like, old propaganda posters from, like, the 20s and the 30s and whatever, right? That was finally kind of gone. And then he brings a different character, a different spin that, like, I can totally imagine, like, a random white dude walking around Chinatown, imagining every single person in Chinatown talk like this.
Leslie Chow.
You know, like,
yeah,
I can see that impact. And I can see how they assume or they make fun of their friends in school